Hi, I am Nwaobiaeze Chimere. Today we'll be handling essential money skills to financial freedom. Money is a game. Just like every other game, money requires skills in order to become proficient in it. Every game takes a lot of skill to become skillful and exceptional in it. And the game money is not an exception. It is important we learn to develop skills that will make us stand out in the game of money. There are several money skills that are helpful to becoming wealthy and financially free. But for the sake of convenience, simplicity, understanding, and actionability, we shall be considering only 7 essential money skills today. What I mean is that there are lots of skills about money that we can learn that will help us becoming wealthy and financially free. But for the sake that we don't want to complicate issues, we just want to streamline them to 7 essential money skills. It is important you develop these skills if you have the dream or aspiration to become financially free. Financial freedom, it is available for everyone. It's something that anybody could attain if you learn the right skills, learn the right procedure, understand the right process, and apply them. Yes, 7 money essential skills. These skills are basics and they are fundamental. As simple as they may sound, but they are very, very profound. We have decided to make it very simple so that everybody and anybody can easily understand and relate with these essential skills. Yes, we want you to become rich and financially free. So we are making the process very simple, very accessible, and easily actionable. So even the worst dummy can follow through and become financially free. Today, I will just be handling 7. These skills are simple but profound. They will help to facilitate and navigate your way to the top with less struggle and increase your chances of reaching your financial goal even faster. They will help to facilitate your journey and help you to navigate without stress. I remember a few years ago, I was chatting with a friend. I told him a few lessons and experiences that I've gathered in the area of money. And when I told him one of those experiences, which I'm going to share on this money skill, he was excited. And out of excitement, he told another friend about that experience, about that lesson, about that skill. But unfortunately, the other friend of ours told him that it's not possible. That the reason it was possible for me was because as at then I was not yet married. He said that you can only do that when you are not married. The funny thing is that the person I told directly that applied those skills today is living an amazing life. He's living in his own house, has his finance planned out, and is heading to the place called financial freedom. While the other friend that was told, and he refuted the skill and idea, saying that it is only possible for people that are not married, today is still struggling with life, the same place where he was several years ago. Why did I just branch to say this? So that you don't defeat yourself and say that these things are very difficult, except you don't want to become financially free. If you must become financially free, you must make frantic efforts to learn these skills. The skills are very simple and they are 7 in number. I just reduced them to 7. Not that it is only 7 skills that you need to become financially free, but I just, for the sake of convenience, for the sake of understandability, for the sake of actionability, we just reduce them to 7. Number 1, you must learn the skill to value money. Skill number 2 is you must learn to control money. Skill number 3, you must learn to save money. Skill number 4, you must learn to invest money. Number 5 is you must learn to make money. Then number 6, you must learn to shield money. And lastly, which is skill number 7, you must learn to share money. I will explain each of these skills briefly so we can relate and apply them as supposed. Skill number 1, which happens to be the skill where you learn how to value money. Listen and listen very, very, very well. It is until you learn to value money that you can begin to climb the ladder of financial progression. It is fundamental. It is very, very fundamental. In fact, skill number 1, if you don't learn skill number 1, it will be impossible for you to do that of skill number 2. Reason is because if you don't value money, you will not be able to really attract money to you. Yes, skill number 1 that talks about value money talks about you building capacity, building the mentality that supports the attraction of money. At this point, you must kill the mentality of entitlement. Every now and again, people feel that someone else owes them a responsibility to take care of them, to give them money. So they don't appreciate the value of money since they have entitlement mentality. And the way to deal with entitlement mentality is for you to develop the habit to earn money. When you begin to learn to earn money, then you begin to know the value of money. The moment you begin to earn, you begin to kill the mentality of entitlement. How do I mean? How I mean is, for example, an individual that has nothing, you're just starting from ground zero, like many of us started out after our university education. Yes, there was nothing. And then you have to just kill entitlement mentality. Yes, you have relatives, but they don't owe you anything. You have parents, but in your mind, you've zeroed it that they don't owe you anything. You are not entitled to anything. But if they decide to show you some level of benevolence, yes, you appreciate, you receive and appreciate. But on your own, you have zeroed your mind that nobody owes you anything. That if you must eat, if you must spend money, then you have to work to earn that money. And then the process of working to earn that money will help you to appreciate the value of hard work. The moment you begin to earn money, you will know the amount of labor, the amount of time that you put in order to generate XYZ amount of money. That will help you to know the value of money. But if every dime that you expend, every money that you spend is given to you on a platter, you will never know the value of money. So you work to learn the value of money. So at this point, I want to encourage every individual that wants to become financially free to get up from your bed, go and work. You need to work. The Holy Book says, he that will not work, let him not eat. Which means he didn't encourage anybody to be lazy. You cannot be thinking of financial freedom and at the same point, you are being lazy. So you must start to work. Get up from your couch, get up from your bed, get up from wherever you are, and get your hands to work. It is the process of working to earn that will help you to value money. Point number 2, which is skill number 2, that you must learn. You must learn to control money. Now you have started earning. Now you have started working. Now you are generating some fund for yourself. No matter how little that those funds are coming, no matter how small, although your beginning is small, but your later end can greatly increase if you will play by the rule. If you don't play by the rule, by learning how to control money, you will discover that all the money that comes across to you at the same time, you cannot be able to account for them. So at this stage, you need to learn how to block every unnecessary leakage. And then while you are trying to block every unnecessary leakage, you will learn how to evaluate your spending ratio. You learn to evaluate your spending ratio. You know what is your ratio to earning. What is the coefficient of your spending to earning? Out of the total amount of money that you are getting, how much do you spend? It is at this level where you learn to control. The things we value are the things we learn to protect. They are the things we learn to control. Yes. Why do people put their money in the bank? It's because they have value for that their money. It's because they value that their money. It is something that you have now valued, you will learn to control. Now, you checkmate all the leakages. How many loopholes? Where are the areas that you are expending your money? In one of my teachings, I took time to talk about this, that there is need for you to track all your expenditure. You need to know, what am I spending my money on? And then you narrow your spending to a limited area. If I had time in some of the video, I will still do a follow-up teaching on this, but we just have to stick on these 7 skills. You just need to learn how to control your money. Now, as you control your money, you can easily protect. You know your money is going this way, going this way, going this way. If the numbers, ways through which your money is going out, there are too many, it will be very difficult for you to control your money. So what you do at this point is you try to limit, to reduce the number of areas through which you expend your money. And then this will take us to point number 3, which is skill number 3. As you begin to control the money that you expend, then you have the privilege of having enough surplus or overflow. And it is that overflow that should be used in developing your saving skill. Yes, learn to save money. Now, as you are getting overflow, it is expected that you learn how to create budgets and then to calculate your saving ratio. Your saving ratio is simply expressed by, if you take the total income that you have minus your total expenditure from it and then divide it with your total income. That will help you to know. And it is not permitted for any individual that wants to become financially free for his saving ratio to be anything less than 10% for a starter. If you want to start, you don't start saving anything less than 10%. Learn to invest money. You must learn to invest. This skill is the key to grow and multiply your money. You will need to become good at investing. And this is by becoming one with investment terms, investment type, and investment assets. You must learn to invest money. Yes, in one other video that I created, I mentioned about investments. Now, there is a way you do your investment. You just have to split them into 3. The very volatile, the moderately volatile, and the ones that are completely safe. So you can go and check up on that video so that you have full content or better content on investment. But you must learn how to invest. This is the key to growing and multiplying your money. And then you need to become one with investment terms, investment type, and investment assets. I must state it clear at this point that Ponzi scheme is not an investment option. For me, it is a gamble. So you are not expected to take a gamble with your money, but rather you learn to invest. You check investments that are sustainable. Somebody reached out to me trying to advertise an investment opportunity, and when I looked at that investment opportunity, I saw several red flags, and I told that individual, we don't invest in such kind of things. He said, just allow me to explain to you. Why should I allow you to explain to me? Investment that is not sustainable. So we are not expected to put our money on investments that are not sustainable. Remember, we have talked about you valuing your money. In fact, before you can throw your money in any investment, it is necessary that you evaluate the amount of energy and the amount of time that you put in order to get that fund. The same amount of money with which you use to generate that fund is expected also to invest in your examination of the investment option before you put your money. You don't just put your money. If you spend XYZ amount of energy to generate a particular amount of money and you want to invest it, it is expected that you spend the same energy studying and understanding that investment before you put your money in it. You don't just put your money because they told you that this person has investment in that particular project or investment in that option. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. The reason is because some people, before they get into investment, they've already made their projections. They know when to enter and when to come out. So if you just get into investment because Mr. A invested his fund in that investment, do you know when he's going to get out of the investment? People get into some investments when the investment, let's say the investment is low. They know the trend. They observe the trend. They enter when it is low and then come out when it is high. Why you might be getting the information, and then at the time you want to plunge into that investment, you are going to swim against the tide. And swimming against the tide is a lot, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to do. So you need to learn how to invest. Know when to enter into an investment and know when to come out of investment. I mentioned there are investments that are for short term, there are investments that are for medium term, and there are investments that are for long term. Now, the safest investment that you can put your money in are the investments that are for long term. They can stay for as long as 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, you know. But investments that are for short term, seriously, you must know the trend, because they are not meant to last forever. Skill number 5, learn to make money. Learning to make money, I mean, you must learn how to make residual income. You need to develop either a business, a product, a service, or an application whatsoever that you just need to invest on it once and then have the opportunity to harvest or reap from it for the rest of your life. You need to do that. You need to set up something that the moment you put in your energy into it, you just do it once and then you can reap for the rest of your life. By doing that, you don't need to come back to work on it again. You don't need to come back to make any extra input on it again. It will continue to generate you residual income for the rest of your life. Skill number 6, learn to shield your money. You must learn to protect your money. This talks about tax planning. Tax planning is financial planning for tax efficiency. Yes, financial planning for tax efficiency. It helps you to reduce your tax liabilities. You just need to learn this. Very technical. We will go in depth in it in further subsequent teachings, because there are certain investments that are supported by law that you get tax waiver, you get tax rebates, and those rebates are enough for you to reinvest. So we will come to them later. So you need to plan your tax. Some people don't plan their tax. They wait until when the tax officers come knocking on them. No, the people that are very, very smart investors plan their tax. They know also the kind of investments they put their money into and when, either at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. And lastly, skill number 7, you need to learn how to share your money. You must learn how to share your money. Yes, you are not El Shaddai. You cannot solve the whole problem in the world. You can't solve the problem of everybody in the world. But it is expected that we be philanthropic in our day-to-day living, even as somebody that has created wealth. Not everyone that knocks at your door, you dip your hand. No. And remember also, in doing this, when you are planning your budget, there is also a place that is budgeted for charity. It has certain percentage that is allocated for it. But you must also learn how to give. You must learn how to donate to charity and to foundation. Yes, this is the 7 essential money skill. I hope this will help you as you navigate on your way to financial freedom. Till we come your way again, I am Nwabia Ezechimere. Ensure to like our page, share and subscribe. Ask us any question that is of importance to you. We can structure a specific teaching to handle your question. Thank you and meet me at the top.